Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter. No, it should be, this is Luca, and I need a college fund. Help me.
Oh, right. Well, I told you, I gotta redo that Patreon, but you're watching the video, that whole thing, I look like the whole, that's been so quick. But anyway, welcome back to the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is
Lilith, Slippin' Hellfire!
And today we'll be covering, continuing your Green Gobble month. It is Web of Spider-Man 66 and 67.
Let us give thanks for the many moments of jive turkey. That is this issue.
And remember, kids, make sure you listen to our coverage of Child Within from one episode, our big episode 150 last week, and then go check out our conversation with Mr. J.M.D. Mateus on Patreon. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Hey-o. That's a mouthful. We have a drop for everything. We're like the Supernatural fandom now. I need that as a drop, please.
Seriously. And she's like, it's been 15 years.
Exactly.
All right. Any spidery news before we get to these issues?
I don't think so.
I don't think we've gotten any more news on the trail, on the movie or anything.
Yeah, it's a Spidey drought right now.
Although they did say, what? Because there's a week without a Spider-Man.
Exactly. We're so spoiled that a week without Spider-Man's a drought. Bro.
It's at 3 times a month now. There's the 1 week there's a book. It's like, it's a drought.
It's a terrible time to be a Spider-Man fan.
Hey man, I wonder if that's how they're gonna plan and do it. It's like, one writer does it, they take that week break, and then the next person jumps on. Because
no, I need a continuous 3 weeks, and then you take a week off. I think that's how it needs to go.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Zeb Wells only got 2, but I wonder if Kelly's gonna do the next 3, and then they're gonna take a break, and then maybe Solid and Ahmed's gonna jump on, do 3, and then they'll take a break.
Oh,
palate cleanser, maybe.
Palette cleanser. Okay, that was that was an artistic choice.
Well, no, I just wonder if okay, Charlie Esser. But no, I just wonder if they're just drawing their lines in the sand and be like, okay, here's what this writer did. Here's what this writer did. I know.
It'd be interesting.
I know how you can find out. Again, go to the Patreon. We're going to be speaking with Kelly Thompson. So
that's an interesting artistic choice.
By Lilith Hellfire's decree. All right, so. All right, kids. It's wild. It's crazy. I even pulled the floppies out of storage.
You have white gloves on. Don't tell me you're touching them with your crusty Cheeto-covered fingers.
Ew! Who do you think I am, man? Wash my hands. Come on. I scour to the microscopic level. Come on.
He's like, who do I look like? Charlie Esser?
I can eat off these hands. Yeah, come on, Lilith Hellfire.
This wasn't under my couch cushion.
I pulled these out from under the couch. All right, and we do have synopses. Yeah, I had to pull the floppies out because these I don't believe these were on Marvel Unlimited.
Marvel's not looking so unlimited these days. Just saying.
I was gonna say Marvel Limited and DC Universe.
No, Infinite is not. It's very finite, actually.
DC finite. They got enough problems over there. All right, so.
Oh no! Hold on. Just one quick aside. So yeah, did you get a letter from HBO Max saying come back? Because I got a letter.
No, because I still have it.
I was just like, They're like, we noticed there's been a lapse. And I'm like, there's a reason.
Oh my. No, I still have it because I have a regular HBO subscription through my DirecTV, so I just get it with it,
Yeah, no. I don't ever since Game of Thrones, I refuse to give HBO my money. So they were just like, yeah, so your subscription's been up for like 3 months. We're going to offer you this coupon code for half off for a year. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Unsubscribe.
Miss Hellfire, haven't you heard? Pennyworth is coming to HBO Max.
I know that's what brought that up. And I'm just like, I'd rather buy Ethics.
Oh, yeah,
for just one show to support HBO or HBO Max, because House of the Dragon looks terrible. So back to Spider-Man. Sorry for that.
That's okay.
Detour.
So yes, on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, expect some Pennyworth reviews next year.
Sometime, somewhere.
I was gonna say maybe we could slip in some season 2 episodes before season 3 starts, whenever that is.
Yeah, we were supposed to do something like that, but we never.
I told you I'd buy the season.
I know.
What? We're not busy enough.
Wait a minute! Weren't you and Tyler doing the penny? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Once upon a time?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't imagine that. That's fine.
We did season 1, yeah. I told you we could do season 2.
We can do that this summer. It's fine.
Yeah. Tyler and I did season 1, but I was thinking about you the entire time.
As it should be.
Hey-oh. All right, so.
Suck it, Ray!
What? Whoa! For a second, man, that S did not come out clear, Lilith Hellfire. Whoa.
Little snake jazz.
What the F? What the F?
Yeah, it almost sounded like an F. What's in that cup, Lilith Hellfire?
It's a lot of meat.
Red Solo Cup. I feel you.
Gobble gobble.
That's right. Let's get to these gobble gobble witches.
Gobble
With
gobble.
pleasure.
All right.
Said no one ever.
Whoa. All right. So Web of Spider-Man 66.
So close.
We did 69 already.
I know.
We did 69 already. It was the Hulk, remember?
I know.
From July 1990.
Ooh.
And just in case you mistake this Spider-Man chap for an X-Man, yes, the little box at the top, the non-mutant superhero.
Molten Man.
Oh yeah, we get Molten Man. All right, so Friends and Enemies. Sounds like a Lilith Hellfire's little black book.
Mind your business, Philip.
Writer Jerry Conway.
Oh man, we should have a Jerry Conway month.
Oh, we'll make it happen.
A year.
Oh, I could do it. Murderer of that now once again pure Gwen Stacy. She went to her grave a virgin, I tell you. Penciler Alex Saviok.
Oh, we'll definitely get Ray then.
I know. Ray's gonna hear this. I need that drop. Alex Saviok. Inkers Keith Williams and Mike Manley. Colorist Mark McLaren and Bob Sharon. Letterers Rick Parker and Jake Morelli. And editors Jim Salicrup and Dan Cuddy.
Cuddy!
So basically, there was two people in every job except for writer and penciler.
When it's a Conway story, you just need that.
Oh! All right. So, like I said, Friends and Enemies. At the offices of J. Jonah Jameson Publishing Company, because remember, kids, Thomas Fireheart bought out the Daily Bugle to put up pictures of Spider-Man holding bunnies and stuff.
Thank you, Jim and Dan, who are editors for this issue.
Joe Robertson is upset that Jonah used a photo of Spider-Man taken by Peter Parker after Joe refused to accept any more pictures from Peter due to ethical reasons.
Oh, that's rich.
The guy who covered up a murder for 20 years. That's rich. I was waiting for Peter to say, yeah, I am Spider-Man. How ethical is that? It's
about as ethical as Superman writing about himself.
Well, at least I'll take pictures of myself.
Talk about truth, justice, in the American way. Oh, wait, it's a better tomorrow. We'll get there. We'll get there on Capes.
Oh, she got the daggers out, kids. Oh, Friday's like 3 days away, and she's already sharpening that knife. As Jonah and Joe argue with each other, Peter and his wife Mary Jane are witness to the heated words. Whispering, Peter explains to Mary Jane that he had to say he faked their advertising promo featuring Spider-Man in order to protect his secret identity, and that Joe took issue as he viewed it as unethical for a photojournalist to do so.
Well, he'd fit right in 2021 journalism. Let me tell you, all the listicles and BuzzFeed articles and whatnots. Yeah.
5 reasons why my photo was unethical. 5 reasons it wasn't.
Exactly.
So, and basically recap.
Brian? Wait a minute, his middle name's not Brian.
Oh!
Nobody tell Brian!
Love.
Nobody tell Brian!
And basically, we're recapping the situation so far for those of you whose first issue this might be.
In 90, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Some kid just picks it up off the new. Hey, this was still on the Spinner Axe, kid, so it could be.
Okay.
I
think all the nerds were locked in by like 86, but.
I mean, I think I really started jumping in during like in the middle of Inferno, so.
Oh, that explains so much, darling.
Oh!
I love you, but that explains everything.
What? I don't go around proclaiming I love Mackendale with a demon head. I don't.
Wait, that's me. Never mind.
Demon head.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, the money. What about the money?
Jonah explains that he has to think about the money he has been putting into his new publishing venture, and that Peter, regardless of Joe's feelings about him, provided a newsworthy photo.
Yep. Jonah would be on Fox News. I'm just saying. You saw that pod. You've seen the snippets of the podcast in that comic. Total Fox News vibes. We need the money. Gimme.
Unwilling to listen to any more, Joe storms out of the office. Peter tells Mary Jane that he needs to try and talk to him and follows Robertson into the elevator.
Here come Betty with her skanky behind.
Oh! Just leaves Mary Jane, just leaves Mary Jane. Mary Jane is then approached by Betty Brandt, who has just started working as Jonah's secretary again. MJ can't believe how good Betty looks considering everything she has endured in recent times.
Exactly.
Oh, that cult did you good.
Scroll way down.
Oh, that was January, wasn't it?
It was.
Our flash.
Flash in the Panuary.
Yes. Boy, kids. Here we are at the end of the year almost already.
I cry an old lady.
Oh my. In Upper Manhattan, here we go. Mark Raxton ends the first day at his job working for Osborn Chemicals.
Raxton!
As he walks off the planned property, he overhears 2 of his coworkers making fun of his appearance and criminal past. I was looking for that. Wait, where'd the note go?
The production of cocaine.
Oh my. The 2 employees gloss over the accident that gave Mark Raxton his golden skin in Amazing Spider-Man 28. The original 28, kids.
Petty. Salty.
Oh my. Learn from the master.
It's so salty.
Hey, we're on Amazing Spider-Man annual or volume 5, so.
I know. It's only been 60 years. Just a friendly reminder to Marvel. It's only been 60 years.
It could be worse. Could be Moon Knight and be on like volume 9.
Wow.
I don't think that even counts like Mark Spector Moon Knight or Vengeance of the Moon Knight, just books that were titled Moon Knight, I think.
Poor Ray. Don't mock Moon Knight. Ray's a patron. Be nice.
Yes. Thank you to our patrons, Ray and Justin. Thank you very much.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Now, speaking of these balls down the gob, get a load of it.
Oh, you just love that drop.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Thank you, Impact Webbing. Getting ready to say that.
I can't believe Mary Jane actually asked her about the death of her husband. I'm like, you are so insensitive. Damn redheads, bro.
Doesn't it hurt that your husband's dead? Oh, wait.
No, I'm a psychopath. I killed him.
Wait a minute. I know Spencer probably ended his runs early, but it's like, what happened to that plot thread? Remember Ned,
Oh, we remember.
Remember Ned showed up and Betty's, pregnant? And what happened to that?
It is of little consequence.
Oh my god, it would be the best if that was Ben Riley's.
He gonna have to be Sorcerer Supreme. Case stay in New York.
That was like once or twice during that 90s Clone Saga, man. Them two were flirting, so.
You breathe her way, she'll give you some. What are you talking about?
Whoa!
Not to slut shame, just saying. Just an observation.
Kind of a fight flash for her. As Raxton prepares to cross the street, a limo parks right in front of him. The passenger window rolls down and a man points a gun at Mark, telling him to get in the back. Raxton complies, unaware that the Green Goblin is observing from above.
Glidey, glidey, glidey.
Inside the limo is the mobster known as
Tombstone!
Ray's favorite, Tombstone.
Oh, God, this is hilarious.
Saviolk Tombstone. Oh, Ray is definitely listening to this.
Just shoot him, hey Ray, don't forget, we did some Tombstone drawn by Saviolk.
Oh,
be sure to listen.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely have to message and be like, hey, guess what we did? But yeah, he wants his help on a job. Tombstone asks Raxton to help him steal a supply of Diox-3, a chemical created by Osborn Chemical. He explains that the chemical is beneficial in the production of cocaine, and that Tombstone intends to steal it that evening with or without Raxton's help. He warns Mark that if he refuses, they will plant evidence that frames Mark for the crimes.
And that's when you just skedaddle out of town, bro. Just, so you know you got a guy in New York. Just head on over to Albuquerque, bro.
I know. Meanwhile, at a small cafe near Battery Park, Mary Jane asks Betty how she would have acted if her friends intervened in her life after the death of her husband Ned. She admits that she would have hated it, even though it would have caused her less grief. Although she did go a little crazy at the time, Betty says that she needed to process it in her own way. Join a cult. Oh, Lilith Hellfire.
That's why you have to watch the YouTube channel. I'm just saying. There's visuals.
I know there's a Flash joke in there somewhere, but I'm not telling you. Like she was struck by lightning.
Oh! Wait a minute, not that Flash.
Oh my God, it's like she was struck by lightning, like a flash.
It's ting ting ting-a-lid, ting ting ting-a-lid. They make pills for that now, though. So
Hey-oh! When Betty asks who she is asking, when Betty asks who she's asking about, Mary Jane tells her that she can't say, and she hasn't told her husband Peter either, but now she is sure she will. Because Mary Jane before this had discovered, I think it's when we did that Acts of Vengeance follow-up when she discovers Harry's Green Goblin stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you snooping around the closet?
Redheads, they can't mind their own damn business.
Oh! Lilith Hellfire's like, can't live with them, can't
live without them.
No.
Can neither confirm nor deny they make the best fertilizer, though.
Oh, can't live with them, can't without them. Hello. Meanwhile, a few blocks away from the World Trade Center, Peter continues to try and explain himself to Joe Robertson. The two argue their points, and before parting ways, they both say things that they regret after so many years of friendship.
Well.
Both men know the root of the issue, that Joe came back a changed man after his brief stint in prison. Oh, we're going to have to cover that. That and mutant werewolves, we're going to have to cover that someday, kids.
You keep threatening mutant werewolves. You really do.
Oh, man.
Might as well just
get
off the pot at this point.
You want a Conway run? I'm going to give you a Conway run.
Conway was definitely smoking a doobie is all that I'm saying.
Whoa.
It's like, it'd be a good idea. Let's throw a teenage blonde off a bridge. Yeah.
Smoked a doobie.
Oh, man. Can I bring some werewolves in? What, you mean like werewolves? No, not supernatural werewolves. Like Morbius isn't supernatural. Oh, mutants, yeah. Let's make a mutant.
Smoked a doobie.
Mutants, man.
Yeah, man. That's how Stan did it, man. If you don't want to have to explain the origin, you just make them mutants, man.
Smoked a doobie.
Excelsior.
Snort a little Diox-3.
Oh my God, can you imagine if Conway ever watched this? He'd be like, what the are they talking about? They're the ones smoking a doobie. Well, one
Can neither confirm nor
well,
deny.
one of them anyway. As Peter changes into Spider-Man and swings away, he thinks Joe's judgment isn't fair. At that moment, Joe is approached by one of the prisoners on his old cell block who tells Joe that he has a lead on where he can find Tombstone. Yeah, didn't he? I guess it's a nickname, but wasn't it Snitch?
Snitches get stitches.
I was gonna say, I wonder how you got that nickname.
We don't tell you where the stitches go, though.
Whoa!
There's prison purse. It's in his prison purse.
Damn, give me time to get to the button.
Cut you, bro. Flipping his way home.
I can't tell you where the stitches were.
In the butt is fine.
There's no one to stop us.
They know. The door's open. The barn door's open. We can just run. As Spider-Man swings for home, his spider sense goes off, warning him of danger. On the roof, he spots Mark Raxton lurking around on a nearby rooftop.
It's like, you're not Batman. What are you doing on this rooftop?
So he's shining from a mile away. Finding this suspicious, Spider-Man confronts Raxton. Mark explains that he is clean. See, I just polished myself. Hail. And tells the wall crawler about Tombstone's plan to rob Osborn chemical, the Diox-3, and asks for the hero's assistance in stopping him. Since Mark's brother-in-law has put his faith in Mark, Spider-Man does... Oh, look at this. We still haven't said who the brother-in-law is. He's Liz's brother. Or stepbrother.
Ugh. That convoluted family tree.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man decides to... yes. Since Mark's brother-in-law, Harry, has put his faith in Mark, Spider-Man decides to do so as well and agrees to help him stop Tombstone. After Raxton is left, Spider-Man returns home and changes out of his costume. There, his wife, Mary Jane, tells him about the Green Goblin gear stashed away in the Osborn home. If I were her, I'd be like,
Stitches get stitches, Mary Jane.
if I were her, I'd be like, oh, hey, hi, remember me? Just let me standing there. Could have came back after you talked to Joe. Peter wishes she would have told him sooner and insists that there is only one thing they can do. They go downstairs and tell Harry's wife, Liz, about the discovery. Liz finds...
Oh, no. Just mind your business.
Liz finds this hard to believe as she was told that Harry destroyed the costume after he used it last.
You believe that old line? That old goblin line?
Yeah, he destroyed all his goblin porn. Come on. And yes, it was in the aforementioned Inferno, Amazing Spider-Man 312, kids.
Let's get to the Molten Man already. Come on.
Oh my! Lil's like, gimme. However, when Mary Jane shows them the hiding place, there's nothing there.
Duh, because he ain't that stupid. He might be stupid, but he ain't that stupid.
Because he's wearing it at the time, duh. However, when as Liz demands an apology, Peter's spider sense goes off, warning him of some...
Like, not so fast, Blondie!
Damn, how do I say spider sense?
It's ting-ting-ting-a-lid.
What?
It's his gut intuition.
It's my nerd's intuition. Yes, warning him of some unseen danger, unaware that the Green Goblin is currently hovering outside the window.
Glidey.
All right, here we go, Lilith. Later that night, I would say keep your pants on if you were wearing any.
Like I tell my boss, you can't prove it.
Whoa! Who are you, Charlie Esser?
The tyranny of pants must be destroyed in order for our society to be free.
You can be serious without your pants on. Jeez.
Something between your legs like that? You were still breathing, so I assumed you were okay.
You can be serious without your pants on.
I don't know about that.
Words to live by. Oh, please, I hear you get brutally serious when you're... Later that night, the Molten...
Well, my pants are still on, you see.
Later that night, the Molten... Anyway... Later that night, the Molten Man is there to open the gates when Tombstone and his men come to steal the Diox-3. As they head toward the processing plant, they are unaware that they have been followed They have been followed inside by Joe Robertson.
Joe, come on, man. Didn't you already get some stitches for being nosy? I'm just saying. Aren't you black? Mind your business.
I mean,
This is how black people get killed in freaking scary movies. Mind your business.
I mean, isn't he just
Aren't you fresh out of prison?
and barely survived Tombstone? It's like, come on. Oh my God, Tombstone is Tobias Whale, because I think he's a albino.
Tobias is Tobias. He's in a league of his own.
So wait, the Molten Man leads them into the Diox 3 facility, where they discover that Spider-Man has been waiting for them.
Spider-Man.
Although Tombstone and his men have been set up, they have been prepared for such a contingency. Opening the back of his van, Tombstone reveals that he has a... What?
His panelist van.
Oh, yes.
Should have got a battle van, homie.
You can tell he's evil. Opening the back of his van, Tombstone reveals that he is a gang of men with high-tech armor and weapons ready to deal with super-powered threats.
Okay.
Who do you think was going to show up? Moon Knight?
Get your face ripped off, homie.
Oh. Not in this.
Oh, or is that one of those things we're not supposed to talk about? Okay.
Well, this is still kind of early. That wasn't until like 2006.
Because everything was dark and gritty in 2006.
We're in the Mark Spector Moon Knight era. He's like making all his weapons out of adamantium at this point.
Good gig if you can get it.
I know. As Spider-Man and the Molten Man fight off Tombstone's goons, the mobster goes looking for the Diox 3, unaware that Joe Robertson is secretly following him in order to end their feud once and for all.
You mean shoot him, kill him, rip his head off, and burn him in the incinerator? That's the only way that beef's gonna be over, sir.
Oh, you mean that shifty guy from prison set you up? No. Suddenly, Spider-Man... Hi, dear. That's right. Danielle says hi, Lilith.
Hello.
Sorry, children. The wife is home. Suddenly, Spider-Man and Mark are assisted by Harry in his Green Goblin costume.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the Harry sound effect.
You need like a sound of waves in the ocean to match his hair.
Oh, no, I got you. I got it. The heroic Harry Osborn. All his fans may speak up now.
Crickets.
I don't think even Charlie would defend him.
Poor Harry.
I know. Who has come to help. At that same moment, Tombstone has found the testing chamber for the Diox 3 and is confronted by Joe. As it turns out, Tombstone was expecting him and charges at Robertson. In a panic, Joe fires his gun, hitting Tombstone in the chest and sending him reeling backward into the test chamber. His elbow strikes the electronic lock on the door, sealing Tombstone inside as the chamber fills with Diox 3.
What is this, an episode of Arrow in season 6? Oh no, that was 4. Damien Dark, my bad. Mustard gas!
Wonder Woman, the first movie was perfect except for mustard gas.
They must have forgot that was a real thing.
Oh, do you see Linda Carter? They're actually going to pay off that Linda Carter thing in Wonder Woman 3. And we are doing a Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, supposedly.
With Patty.
I'll believe it when I see it on the screen.
With Patty again.
I'll believe it when I see it on the screen. It's cheaper to keep her for sure, but we'll see.
I mean,
just keep Jeff Johns out of the writer's room. That's all.
Oh,
let him stay on Stargirl. Let Patty and her screenwriter do whoever they decide to write do their thing.
I know you love Chris Pine, but do not resurrect him again.
You shut your filthy mouth.
Well, do it less rapey, okay?
Well, yeah, obviously.
It's like, obviously, less rape.
I don't even care if it's a James Bond Jr., okay? Just Chris Pine's been the best, and I don't even like Chris Pine, and he's been the best thing about the Wonder Woman franchise.
Wow, you're a lot better than your grandfather.
If a guy can do it, Captain America. He
went back and he effed the timeline to get back to her. Come on.
After after he effed her niece or
I don't think
granddaughter or whatever it was.
Just made out with her. Come on.
Sure.
In the movies, he just made out.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, sir.
Oh, please, huh? Meanwhile, Bucky's putting the moves on Sam's sister.
Let's try to keep it in the family.
Hey-o. By this time, Spider-Man and his allies have defeated Tombstone's goons. With the battle over, the Green Goblin explains that Harry had asked him to guard the facility and help out Spider-Man and the Molten Man.
I'm not that dumb, bro. Come on now.
Well, Molten Man is. He's like, oh, okay. No, Peter knows it's Harry. Peter knows who's
nothing between those ears, bro. It must have melted.
It all got bronzed. Oh, man. How do you go to the bathroom?
Ask Charlie. He can explain it, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. And it's Marvel, so they gave him a toilet.
And Peter's just like, God, I hope he's not having another breakdown. I cannot deal with another Harry breakdown.
Oh my God, maybe that's
I hope he just gets amnesia and goes to Switzerland.
Maybe that's what he was worried about when he's like, oh, Harry asked me to guard the facility. Is Peter like, oh crap.
Yeah, you can see the tension. Like,
no, is he like, does he really think him and Harry are two separate people?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yes, the wall crawler accepts the explanation.
Send him to Ravencroft.
But fears that Harry may be having another breakdown. Then they go looking for Tombstone and find Joe Robertson trying to open the Diox 3 chamber. As the trio help to open the chamber, the Green Goblin explains that Diox 3 bonds to the cellular walls of plants to prevent decomposition, but doesn't know what effect it will have on animal tissue. When they finally get the chamber open, they discover the rear wall has been blown open from the inside and there is no sign of Tombstone.
That's a hell of a upset stomach.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
Upset stomach. Diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol. We will take a sponsorship.
Yes, please. We'll sing that every episode. Come on. The Green Goblin insists that Diox 3 is not explosive, so the diarrhea is not explosive.
Then what food is it?
Whoa! What are you watching on the internet?
You don't want to know.
Something German. Leaving them to wonder what really happened. Spider-Man insists they try and find out as quickly as possible. But yeah, alright, I'm looking through the notes. Yeah, the whole, the faked picture was taken by Nick Katzenberg.
Of course.
Web of Spider-Man 63. I believe I have that on the schedule for February.
Okay.
Or should I say Fearbuary?
Okay. Interesting. I'm sure you'll tell me more once we're off the air.
Oh, the Mister will tell you what Fearbuary is all about. Mr. Fear!
Okay.
And yes, Betty had her mental breakdown following the death of her husband Ned Leeds in Spider-Man vs. Wolverine number 1.
Of course.
Everyone had a nervous breakdown after Spider-Man vs. Wolverine number 1.
Seriously.
Yeah, and everyone talks about Tombstone breaking out of prison. That was in Spectacular Spider-Man 157. Scroll way down. That was that Electroverse Shocker issue.
Yep.
And yeah, Mary Jane discovered the Green Goblin equipment last issue. And yes, the Twin Tower should be topical references.
Because now we have one World Trade Center. Only took 15 years to make, but, no judgments.
And yes, it was revealed in Spectacular Spider-Man 139 about how Joe failed to report the murder committed by Tombstone. He went on trial in Spectacular Spider-Man 150 and was ultimately pardoned in Spectacular Spider-Man 161. A presidential pardon.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll say plot device, but...
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, you don't know. Actually, if you research how much that actually happens in real life, it is absolutely shocking.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Presidential pardons are absolutely shocking.
Yeah, but it's more rare when it's not one of their friends, isn't it?
Exactly. It's like, wait a minute. He did it. Don't pardon him. you jackhole.
Whoa!
Looking at you, Trump.
I wonder how, how they probably got that part in, right? They're probably like, yeah, you know what? We need him back at his job because right now Jameson's running around like, there's no filter on Jameson right now.
They're like, for the good of the country, we pardon you.
How about some nice articles about the president, if we let you go?
Yes, the conspiracy goes deep.
Hey-oh.
Now, this next issue, that is a great classic cover that I love.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man.
Because it's by, you know who it's by.
Alex Saviuk.
Oh, don't forget Andy Muschnitsky.
Bless you. All right. So, yes, because that is a cool cover from Web of Spider-Man 67 from August 1990 with friends like these.
Exactly.
Baby. Writer Jerry Conway. There's a name Ben Travado under there. So was he credited as another writer on there?
Sure, we'll go with it.
Oh yeah, well it says plotted by Jerry Conway and that Ben Travado did this. It said scripted by so.
Oh, so Jerry just came up with the idea for this one. He had somebody else fleshed out giving it the old Stan Lee. Hashtag fight me, nerds.
Excelsior.
May he rest in grace.
All right. Penciler, of course, Alex Saviuk. Inker, Keith Williams. Colorist, Bob Sharon. Letterer, Rick Parker. And editors, Jim Salicrup and Dan.
See, when Jerry doesn't write the story by himself, less people need to be involved. I'm just saying, it's a pattern.
We need lots of writers. We need a lot of pencilers and inkers and colorists to really get the
to capture the madness.
to give us a realistic depiction of gravity, Lilith Hellfire.
Nice.
The gravity of this. They capture the gravity of the story, Lilith Hellfire. With friends like these. After his failed attempt to steal the chemical Diox-3, Tombstone had managed to break out of the chemical testing chamber and crawl his way out to FDR Drive.
Well, he didn't get run over because New Yorkers do not care.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ray, you're going to have to listen to this, too, because this is where Tombstone goes from just a normal guy to, cold as marble, hard as ice cream. I don't know. There he is surrounded by a trio of muggers who attempt to rob him.
See? New Yorkers don't care.
every third comic book story starts with muggers.
It's New York in the 90s.
Well, true, but you didn't need that. I mean, look. A mugger is what gave us Batman. Come on.
Nice.
Reaching out, he crushes one of the thieves' hands. Another pulls a gun and tries to shoot him, but the bullets don't penetrate his skin.
The bullets don't work! They got their mercy bullets from Frank Castle. They're like, we want our money back, man.
They're actual bullets. I'm surprised one of them just didn't yell, "It's a mutie, run!" As Tombstone rises from the ground looking for a fight, the other two thugs frightfully panic and run away. While not far away, Spider-Man confronts the Green Goblin about his sudden return. The Goblin tells the wall crawler to leave him alone, but then agrees to land his glider so they can talk.
Landed right in his chest. Hey,
whoa!
Finish him!
Removing his mask, Harry Osborn explains that after he defended his family from the Hobgoblin recently, he found his costume identity exciting and decided to renew the career of the Green Goblin as a force for good. Exciting. I
never felt so alive when I have the pumpkin bombs and the glider.
Whoa.
I mean, honestly, Peter can relate.
Couple balls down the gob.
I know, but he was like, he's like, oh, I beat the Hobgoblin. Peter should have been like,
I mean, yeah, great job. Anybody, a second grader could do that. But okay.
Peter should have been like, come on, it's Mackindale. Come on, Aunt May.
Exactly.
Aunt May could have taken him down. Come on.
Gwen Stacy's corpse could have taken him down.
Peter literally fought him drunk. Scroll down.
My kind of hero.
Hey-oh!
He's like, it's dangerous to go alone. You have a wife and child.
Spider-Man points out, yes, that costume heroics are dangerous, reminding Harry
he's such a kettle calling the pot black, bro.
I know.
Sometimes I really hate Pete. I really do.
Harry puts his mask back on and tells Spider-Man that he finds such reasoning strange coming from him and tells the web-slinger to mind his own business.
Yeah. When you're agreeing with Harry Osborn, you know the writers have done something terrible. Broken clocks right twice a day, though, so
True.
you know.
As the Green Goblin, I think that was just his way of saying shut up. As the Green Goblin leaves the scene, Spider-Man is worried that Harry may be remembering his repressed memories of his true identity. Remember 2 weeks ago, kids?
He's got the bad case of the Osborn amnesia. It's fine, Pete. It's fine.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Europe, Norman's going.
Peter?
Hand palm.
Peter!
Face palm. He's just like, the Picard meme. Norman's just having other concerns to deal with. Spider-Man returns to Osborn Chemicals, where he convinces the authorities that the Molten Man assisted in stopping the robbery. He then finds Joe Robertson and Detective Frank Farrow to search the Diox 3 chamber in order to determine what happened to Tombstone. That's when Harry Osborn arrives on the scene and explains to them Diox 3 prevents the decomposition of plants.
Thank you for the recap.
I know. Again, if it's somebody's first issue, but I love how Harry's like, I was nearby. They called me on my car phone.
You mean that huge, ginormous cancer-causing brick? Sure. I mean, as opposed to our small, little, tiny, 6-inch cancer-causing brick. I said brick with a B.
Say Lil said small as 6.
I mean, if you have an iPhone, iPhones are, they used to be big and now they're getting smaller. Less for more money. Miracle of Apple.
Did you like them, girthy?
Who doesn't? Get a good grip on them, Doesn't slip out of your hands. Wait a minute, this isn't a Friday or Saturday night on Capes After Dark. What's going on here? Gimme. We can't record Tuesday nights, Philip. This is bad. Gimme. Not in the face.
Anyway, hey, this is your idea.
Organic web fluid indeed.
Whoa, Thwip. Later, speaking of Thwip, Peter Parker returns home to the apartment he shares with his wife, Mary Jane.
His hot redhead, yet he's always out all times of the night, flipping around town. Go figure.
He tells her his concerns about Harry's memories returning. Peter decides to go and talk to Harry, but when he goes knocking on his door, he discovers that the Osborns are not home. He decides to break in and look around.
Some friend.
He's worried about his identity. The only clue he can find is a receipt for renovations to an industrial building that Harry had recently paid.
Oh, they actually do pay for them. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh,
they're not just squatters. That's interesting.
What kind of businessman wouldn't pay people who did work for him?
Plenty.
Oh, I know. Bigly. As Spider-Man, Peter goes to the construction company and sneaks into their records to find the address of the building.
Nosy Nelly. You go looking for something, you're going to find something you don't like.
Back in the day when they just had all these hard copies laying around instead of this all on the computer.
Not even on the computer, in the cloud, super encrypted, double authentication passwords. Yeah, good luck with that in 2021.
Yeah, it's 1990. He literally, kids, comes down from the ceiling, goes through a file cabinet. Meanwhile, the Green Goblin heads to his newly constructed hideout, which even puts his face on the wall, through an access tunnel under the Brooklyn Bridge. Oh,
well, at least it's the Brooklyn Bridge.
Man.
Goblins just got a thing for bridges, though, bro.
I know, man. It makes them all... I don't know. There he finds Spider-Man waiting for him. The wall crawler demands to know what Harry is doing. Harry explains that he has decided to become a hero in order to vindicate his father's name.
He's like, well, actually, he was insane and a murderer, bro. But okay.
I mean, okay, well, we got to it, we'll get to it, whatever. And it is episode 150, because that gets brought up, and it's like, he killed Gwen, Harry.
She had it coming with her stupid headband, see?
Oh!
I asked you to take it off! Just once!
My father was like a bull with like a red sheet, man. Those go-go boots, I'm telling you. Spider-Man BS points out that Norman Osborn was insane and a murderer. Spider-Man well, you would know, Jerry, huh? Spider-Man attacks Harry.
Snap, snap.
Oh, snap. Spider-Man attacks Harry in the hopes of teaching him that he is ill-prepared to take up a costume identity. However...
Don't get a rude awakening now, Pete. Arrogance is not a good look on you.
Harry refuses to listen to reason and begins to give in to delusions that his father was a good man who cared for him. The battle
honey. Somebody give this boy a hug and a cookie.
Did we ever get the story on his mother?
She's useless like every other female in Marvel except for Sue Storm.
She's like
and Jean Grey.
She's like the mother in like a Disney thing. Oh yeah, she's dead. I think we might have gotten a name, and then it's like, yeah, you know, she was.
It's lost to the annals of time, Philip. Okay.
She gave birth and died. You know.
What a woman's supposed to do.
Whoa.
I mean, if you read these Marvel comics. Hashtag never forgive, never forget. Sue Storm was the secretary of the superhero team. No. Was it Janet or was it her? I forget. Either way. Terrible.
Probably both. Was it Wonder Woman the secretary at one point?
No, never.
Okay.
She would not tolerate that. Her creator would not have tolerated that.
Good. No, Janet Van Dyne was just worried about switching costumes every 2 seconds.
Trying to dust those pin particles off her.
Whoa.
You may have to file this under a boob windows and long boxes. I don't know. Pretty racy, Philip.
I could sprinkle some pin particles on it to make it bigger.
Alright. The battle takes them both outside near a docked ship. Realizing that he is not getting through to Harry, the wall crawler decides to stop pulling his punches. After quickly...
Yeah, what a great friend.
I know.
He's on a power trip right now, and I don't like this side of Peter.
He rams him into the side of a ship. After quickly defeating Harry, he drags him back to his hideout where he unmasks Harry and forces him to see facts. Harry is defiant, telling Spider-Man that he doesn't need his help. However, the web-slinger shows Harry a picture of his wife and son, reminding him that he has other, more important responsibilities. Harry finally sees...
Kettle? Pot? Hello?
I know. Harry finally sees sense and thanks the hero as he swings out. Spider-Man, however, doesn't hear it when Harry calls him Peter. That evening...
Peter!
Oh, my Peter. Oh, we're going to have to get to 68 someday, too, because that evening, someone attacks the Long Island mansion owned by Hammerhead.
Yeah. Hey, man, I guess that's payback for Tombstone.
Yeah, sir. The mobsters interrupted during a screening of his favorite mobster movie. The guards are horrified.
That would probably be Scarface, right?
Or does he like those old doesn't he like 30s or 40s movies or something?
Oh, then that's like the Untouchables, stuff like
that.
The original Untouchables.
I think he likes that stuff like that. Yeah. The guards.
Scarface had a grip on men from 1990 to 2010. You could not walk into a single guy's apartment without a damn picture of Scarface during that time. It was ridiculous. God, I'm glad we're over that.
I know. I was friends with some of them. I know. Say hello to my little friend.
I wouldn't be bragging about that.
Oh, hey-oh.
Don't be a Harry Osborn.
The guards are horrified when their bullets have no effect on the intruder. The intruder turns out to be Tombstone, whose body has become indestructible, and he has come back to inform Hammerhead that things are going to be run his own way from now on.
Things are going to be different around here, see? Yeah. I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. All right, Lilith, what did you think of this installment of our Green Gobble Gobble?
It's definitely the most exciting one, I would think. But I didn't like that it really wasn't that big of a focus on Harry.
I know.
There's too much other stuff going around. I just feel so bad. I do feel bad for Harry sometimes. And the other times I hate his guts. But this is one of the times where Pete's just so arrogant and just, it's just annoying.
Well, I mean, it's okay to take a lighter take because after our big 150th episode, Child Within, and then I believe next week is Spectacular 189. So yeah.
What about you?
Again, I mean, nostalgia. This is like
This is also something about Web. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like the Web of Spider-Man is like it's always got like a different tinge than the rest of the books too. So that's why this also threw me for a loop that it was in here.
And at this point, it was like, especially like we were talking about mutant werewolves and like this era, it's like Conway's writing like Spectacular and Web at the same time, so he can kind of like throw stories back and forth too. So
yeah,
it was kind of interesting because he kind of had. Well, there was 3 monthly books, but 2 of them were basically, every 2 weeks, get us the Conway story.
One way or another, you're getting a Conway.
Had Amazing, and then Conway was doing 2, and then Todd McFarlane jumped on.
Oh, we were so spoiled. We didn't know what we had, man.
I know.
It's just like my Facebook post. You never know when something's going to be your last.
I know. You could just like go down to like a grocery store, or remember when we had newsstands, kids?
Or the 7-Eleven, like anything.
I know. You could there's like 20.
You couldn't escape comic books if you tried.
I know. There was like 20 different places you could go to get comics.
You know what really breaks my heart? The grocery stores don't sell Archie Digest anymore. Really? I don't know when that stopped. I don't know when I stopped looking for them, but I can't remember the last time at least 5 years.
Wasn't that like the last like comics thing they actually sold was like Archie Digest?
It was. They don't really even sell magazines unless it's like Time or Good Housekeeping anymore. Remember like the huge magazine racks?
Yeah, I mean, if I go down to the local grocery store, yeah, you'll see those, maybe some Guns and Ammo or something. Or
Very telling, Philip, where you live. Very telling. I live in Florida. You got to go like to Jacksonville to see stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Got to go up in that panhandle.
That or like, car magazines or...
Yeah. I mean, I guess print is a dying media, seriously, and it has been for quite a while. But like, I just started thinking about that. Like, man, when's the last time I saw? Because my comic book guy had like a whole stack of them, so naturally I bought them all. And I was like, I can't remember the last time I saw one in the grocery store.
Well, you figure too, a lot of people, it's like unless you're a hardcore fan, if you want to read a comic book or a magazine, they're probably just going online and doing it.
Ew, I can't read a magazine online. I like that. You don't get the perfume samples that way. Come on, Philip. Little lotion samples.
You ever smelled a 90s comic, kids?
Oh, man. Seriously. They don't make them like that no more. Literally, they don't.
That decaying paper, wood pulp.
We're such nerds.
Yes. The way they printed and manufactured comics in the 90s.
Honestly, I wish Genki would make a candle of that.
Oh, my God.
I'd buy them all.
Oh, my God. I saw a meme, what was it, today? Where it's like a girl helping like her grandmother like walk down the sidewalk. The grandmother's like a walker, and the grandmother's saying, she's like, "Oh, back in my day, we were able to like buy
internet came in the mail."
No, she was like, we were able to buy comics in the grocery store and in the.
Oh, they hard.
I know. I was like, oh damn,
they got me. Feels like finally a meme hit me where it hurt.
Oh damn. Oh my God! 1990. I don't know if I barely knew what a like an actual comic shop was. I was getting most of my stuff off the spinner rack.
And there's no shame. Man, whatever happened to GameStop having spinner racks? That went away as quick as they thought about it, didn't it? I don't even think I saw it out in the wild.
I guess they didn't sell. I mean, did you go in the GameStop for any comics?
I went looking for I think it was 3 months and I never saw any. Yeah. I have 9 GameStops near my house. That is not an exaggeration. They're like mattress stores. I swear it's a drug front at this point.
Oh my. I know there's one at our mall and there's one on the way to the mall. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw a spinner rack in either one.
Yeah, there's literally 2 on the way to the mall, 1 in the mall, 1 south of the mall, 1 across the street, and another plaza in the mall. This is why you guys you're going to be like Toys R Us.
Yeah.
You're going to have a Spirit of Halloween set up in no time.
It's either Spirit Halloween or what's in our local Toys R Us? Phantom Fireworks.
Oh. They just do fireworks on the side of the road here.
That's what that's how they did it for most of my life, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what, man, they're setting up shop, man, because I know in Ohio they had those, but now I'm like, damn,
fireworks are becoming quite popular.
America. I know.
But yeah, no, this is a very interesting take, and this is one of the few times that it's okay to feel bad for Harry. So,
and I mean, love it or hate it kind of like sets up what JMD Mateus does later with Harry.
Yeah.
I mean, not that JM couldn't bring him back himself, but I mean,
it always helps if there's foundational stuff to lay upon. So yeah.
Or hell, Jerry in this era, Jerry back in the day, right after Norman died.
Expect the unexpected. The Jerry Conway story.
Oh my! All right, are we done?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, kids. So yes, remember, if you should have listened to Ultimate Spider-Cast episode 150 if you're listening to this on the podcast. So please go to the Patreon. I'll tell you how to get there and check out our talk with Mr. JMD Mateus about that. And while you're there, check out our DG Chichester chat where we talk to him about Daredevil 304. And also you'll be able to check out the Kelly Thompson interview where we talk about the current goings on in Spider-Man. So come on, kids. What more can we give you? Do you want to
pull yourself up and slip into it?
I was going to say, we're giving you interviews. Do you want a topless Charlie Esser? Because don't subscribe. That's how you get a topless Charlie Esser, kid. All right. So, but next time, episode 152, we'll be covering the aforementioned Spectacular Spider-Man 189.
That number means nothing around here.
With the holographic cover.
So random. The 90s.
Everyone that month was like a now those
are events I could get behind, honestly. I miss the holographic. I give it crap, but like, I prefer one holographic cover over like 10 variants where one is like a 1 in 1,000 incentive cover that only like 5 comic book shops in the whole country have.
All right. So here's a question for you. Put you on the spot. Would you rather have holograms and foil covers and all that neat stuff, or variants?
Hologram covers. Ooh. Foil. I'm so overdone on the variants because a lot of these variants are getting so exclusive. It's annoying. Oh, yeah. You know? It's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the heart of comic books anymore.
Or it's like my guy. It's like, some of those covers, it's like the store has to buy like 50 or 100. And
then they're like $100.
I know. But then the guy's like, I know sometimes that my guy, he'll call the guy down the street and, if there's enough interest, they'll split like an order between them or something to get like a variant or two. So.
Yeah, like that last Spider-Man one, I wanted the one with the shoes, but it was one of those, the shoes with the Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an incentive cover, and so I've been calling around. It's very annoying.
I know.
I was like, all right, I'm just going to download it and make it into a poster. It's fine.
Oh my God. I'm still I'm nowhere near done. I'm still entering my comics in that app, and it like shows you like all the variant covers for ones that have like variant. Oh my God. Some of them, man, it's like, okay, 3A, 3B, 3C. Some of them.
Oh, back in like 2015, do you remember when Marvel was doing all those hip hop covers and all that crap?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I think there was like a Spider Island variant. It's just like scroll. Damn. All right.
That's why I stopped being a completionist, to be quite honest.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It broke me. Between that and Convergence, it broke me.
I tried to get as many series as I could. You can't do that. You can't collect the entire Marvel or DC line these days. Even Bezos would go broke. All right, so yes, next time, Spectacular Spider-Man 189, and then again, that'll bring us to the end of the month. Scarlet Pimp's Ride again.
The Pimps! In on the loose!
Ben, with the novel...
Sausage Man!
With the very first time Ben Reilly became Spider-Man. From Sensational.
Y'all haven't done that yet?
No, we were still working.
What have you been doing this whole time?
We did all the stuff leading up to it. Scarlet Spider. Ray wants to do every Ben Reilly appearance.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So Sensational Spider-Man 0, Amazing 407, Web of Scarlet Spider 3 and 4, and I'd probably throw in the New Warriors issue in there also. So.
Ugh, you had me till you said New Warriors.
And then that brings us to December, Lilith Hellfire.
Blippies, get your votes in.
I know. In December, you and I are only doing one episode of old issues. Yeah, the first week, Amazing Spider-Man 165 and 166.
Then we got the movie.
No, the week 2, another Scarlet Spider Sausage Fest 2 weeks after the last one.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are getting hit by Ray. Hit you in the face with that, Ray. And then, but yes, week 3 will be our Spider-Man No Way Home review, which I'm sure we'll have others with us, at least Charlie Esser, but I'm sure there's probably others who will want to join us. So it'll probably be a nice full house. And then, of course, yes, once again, last week of the year, our 3rd annual Thwippy Awards.
And it's okay, Ray. You can vote for Spider-Woman for every category again. It's what we've come to know, love, and expect.
I don't
know. If it's how you feel, say it with your chest.
I don't know. I believe that Ben Riley Amazing Spider-Man stuff's on his poll list, so that might get some love here from Ray.
It's always nice to have challengers enter the ring.
Yes.
Bubble boo boo.
All right, kids. So, yes. All right. So, email us all of that. That's the rest of the year. So please send your thoughts on everything. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Please come join us on the Web of Spider-Man Facebook fan group. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure we're now at 2.4K members.
Nice.
Suck it, Moon Knight.
Oh, it's going to explode as soon as that TV show goes on the air, bro.
Oh, I know.
The original Moon Knight podcast.
Hey, we have a Batman group, too. I'm waiting for that Batman to take off after that trailer hit this past weekend. The Batman.
You're going to have to wait for that.
You have to change the name to Agents of the Batman. All right, kids. So find links to all of that and all the various social medias for all the shows we do on the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekicks. All right, find links to this YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
See Lilith Hellfire. Do visual aids to tell you what Betty Brandt is good at. Whoa! Whoa, you don't want to know. She just did with her mouth. Anyway, that's for the Patreon, kids. Anyway. Yeah, so find links to the YouTube. And again, most importantly, please subscribe to the Patreon. We don't even have a J. Jonah Jameson anymore. So please, anything you can, if you can please, anything, even as little as $1 on the Patreon would go so far in our eyes. And again, we'll call you out every month.
Every chance we get. We love to pander.
Like Ray and Justin. Thank you, gentlemen, for your support.
We salute you. Thwip, thwip.
We salute you. Or if you just like to do a one-time payment, please check out our merchandise.
Now,
yes,
bigger and better.
Oh, yes. Lilith likes it. The cups are getting bigger. Hey-oh.
That taste is still in my mouth.
Yes, shirts, cups, phone cases, and more coming. So yes, find links to all of that all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about all things Spider-Man and Betty Brandt?
If you want to go flipping around town with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course, over on the TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69, making comments and only Star Trek and Stargate SG-1 related content. I just want to have fun on a broom. 3 seasons in on my rewatch already, so.
Whoa.
Holds me down.
What? All right.
Good for that release.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Now we're on the road to 200. Join us next time. Again, Spectacular Spider-Man 189. Another Mateus masterpiece. Oh, we should ask him on that. But until then, swing on back.
Thwip, thwip, thwip.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.